Well, welcome everyone to the Vital Update. Today we have a great segment planned for you. Paul, today we're going to be talking to a business owner that literally helps people handle all their back-end business solutions. It's going to be a pretty exciting day, man, because this is a big headache for a lot of business owners.
Not only it's a headache, it also is very complementary to kind of what we do for technology, but this is a whole different side of the business that he's able to take care of.
Yeah, it's amazing how technology has really allowed people to innovate. It's allowed people to think out of the box on how they can tackle very complicated business issues and do it in a way that's cost affordable. So we are so excited to introduce to you today Tyler Rogers, president and founder of 1Source Business Solutions. Tyler, welcome to the program today.
Hey guys, good morning. How are y'all doing?
Good. We are very excited to have you on board. You know, anybody who's built a business understands how difficult it can be, especially as you begin to grow and the weight of responsibility piles up on one person. So why don't you tell us about how 1Source Business Solutions is dealing with that, introduce our audience to you, and give us a little bit of background on you guys.
Yeah, so I started 1Source about 49 weeks ago. So we're about 3 weeks away from our 1 year anniversary.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, so it's it's having fun. It's a 2-person crew right now, and then we kind of have a third that helps out in some areas when necessary. But yeah, so we provide a full back office support for companies, typically small businesses, about 10 to 20 employees, and we handle everything under the accounting sun, from bookkeeping to CFO services, everything under human resources, from hiring and firing to employee manual creation.
Wow.
and implementation, and then everything under payroll, process and payroll, handling quarterly taxes, and then end of the year stuff. So, we come in and we help, integrate different applications, different processes with what companies are doing day to day, help streamline their back office, really scale down the support that they need in office. And yeah, it's been going great. It's been a great year for us. We've got a lot of stuff on the table in the next few months, and really excited to, continue to grow, continue to help, businesses achieve their goals.
So Tyler, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you said it's coming up on y'all 1 year anniversary. That means you started this business right in the middle and the height of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Was that kind of already in the works, or did you kind of see that need kind of emerge and become more of a necessity as the pandemic kind of hit full strength?
Yeah, so you know what, I'd always kind of wanted to do something like this. I love working with small businesses. I love the consulting side of it. I really like taking something from scratch and building it out to where it's a scalable solution for companies. I was working at an oil field company. I was CFO of an oil field company before I started 1Source, and I kind of saw my role, becoming part-time. Everybody in the area kind of knows what COVID did to the oil industry. I saw it as a good opportunity to provide small businesses with the type of services that they were probably lacking, with having to do more remote, having to kind of adjust their game plan and their business model with COVID coming around, and providing that support to them, being there both at just the bookkeeping level and at the higher level, across the board, and being able to just give them everything that they need and kind of one stop, where they don't have to go and bring on an employee to handle, all the different roles that they have, or bring on one person and hope that they can become a really, an expert in those different areas that they have as they grow.
Yeah, well, we actually have a very similar story. I didn't know that until you were just sharing that, but I actually was a systems administrator at an IT company, at a oil field company in their IT department. And in 2008, I got laid off from there, and kind of went ahead and decided to start my own company, and it's been growing ever since. So it's neat to see that you actually applied kind of some of the thoughts and growth strategies that you go to with other companies, to your own life and starting your own business.
Yeah, and it's been a wild ride, adjusting to kind of all the different needs that small businesses have. My background, it started in public accounting, where I was doing audits and everything, and really finding out what I liked about the accounting end, getting my education in accounting, finding out where kind of my niche was or what kind of industries I like working in, what type of clients I like working in. And then I got into the consulting and private equity world, where I was working with a lot of startups where they were building out the back office. It was learning an ERP system and helping implement it. It was starting from scratch on what do I do when I get this invoice and how do we process this? And, what does this even mean? When are we doing check runs? Building it out from scratch. I found that I loved working with companies at that level and building stuff out to help them be successful, help them focus on what's making them money, help them focus on, kind of what their drivers are. And so they can kind of be out of the back office side, focus more on growing the company.
I think, Tyler, one of the things is that oftentimes when you are first launching a business and you're needing that support, those first hires are so important. And a lot of times you don't have a ton of money. And so to hire the expertise, to hire the quality can be really crippling. And so people put it off and they get burnt out because they're having to carry all the load. Have you found that these types of solutions are actually more cost affordable, but providing high level support?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, I had a conversation with a client whenever I first started the business, and it was, look, I know you're looking to bring on a full-time bookkeeper that can help with, AP, AR, do some of the reporting for you, kind of have those conversations with your CPA. For less than what you hire a full-time bookkeeper for, we can be your bookkeeping arm. We can be your CFO arm and handling that communication with the CPA to where, we're talking the same language for you guys. We can handle payroll. We can be your HR arm to help, develop an actual HR process or, an HR department to where, we're building out the full back office for you guys. Y'all are saving money. Y'all know the expertise is there. You're not relying on, somebody that's great at bookkeeping to handle some of those higher level things where, maybe you have to be involved where areas that where if we come in and take care of it for you, you don't have to be as involved.
Yeah. I think it's such a similar business model, I guess, to what we do in the IT world. And one of the benefits that we have with IT is we're able to work with so many different companies with so many different industries.
Right.
So you're not relying on, they only have a niche in this one area.
Right.
You kind of have expertise to where you're touching all these different companies and you've got some experience in all of that you can apply across the board to all your customers, correct?
Yeah. And where our niche is helping companies. We don't have an industry niche. I know a lot of CPAs have industry niche that are, handling the high level stuff, handling your taxes and everything. And we're very complementary to what the CPAs are doing. And we let them be kind of the niche experts on the industry and kind of the laws that are surrounding that industry. And we help build the back office side. And we actually get a lot of referrals from CPAs who are kind of industry experts in what they're doing and have clients that kind of fall into, our ideal market. And we get a lot of referrals from those guys because they know that we can help build out the back office. They know that what they're going to get from us on the reporting side at the end of the year quarterly is second to none. They know that it's all, put together nice and clean, very quick and easy for them to go through and get what they need done. I see less of a need on the industry expertise than the process expertise and being fully integrated with the back office and kind of building that out for them.
Yeah. Well, speaking of process, I think that's an interesting thing you bring up. If somebody calls you, they're probably going, man, how does this work? And how do you start? And just kind of what's the process in terms of engaging a client? What can they expect when they call you in terms of an onboarding and getting kind of plugged into your company?
Right. So the first call we have is always kind of a scope of services call. What are you looking for us to do? Sometimes it's starting off just handling the bookkeeping. Like, hey, we need some support. We're billing 10 customers a week and we're getting 10 invoices a week on payables. We just need somebody to kind of help handle that workload. So what we do is we kind of have that discovery call with our clients, build out a scope of services, put a fee in front of them. And then from there, it's like the onboarding process. It's, okay, how do we get integrated into that? They have, if they have QuickBooks Online, we get added to it. If they have like a SharePoint file where they keep all their documents, we get added to that so we can work in that. If they don't have anything like that, we help them get that set up. And then we put a plan in place. A lot of companies are coming to us where it's always been the owner just taking care of the accounting side, just handling the bookkeeping, billing all their clients, getting all the bills paid. And so we start at that level. We get a good comfort level. We learn the business. We learn their internal processes, because we want to come in and we want to complement the processes that they've built out operationally, rather than come in and say, hey, accounting rules the world. We're gonna tell you how you need to do your work. Right.
Yeah.
So, we come in, we complement their processes that they already have in place, kind of add our feedback on, where some workflows could be, more efficient. But then we learn the business. We know that every business is different. You have one company buying an item and another company buying an item. They typically have two different needs, right? Or the two different uses for, two companies buying bleach. One may be they're just cleaning their bathroom. The other, that's a product that they're using to service their clients. And so we're really learning everything about the company. And we kind of build out a plan of, hey, look, in a year, where are you going to be? And when do you need us to come in and start focusing on that budgeting and forecasting, cash flow forecasting, the full management side? When do we need to start working on HR processes? Do we need to start building that stuff out now? And what are we doing on, payroll? How can we help streamline that?
That's fantastic, because what you're not just talking about is the practical, tangible tasks that need to take place, but you're really talking about C-level consulting. You're talking about helping them roadmap and create a pathway to growth, and building the platforms before they get there, trying to figure out how to manage it. So I think that's fantastic. So tell us a little bit, in light of that, what is kind of, where are you guys going? Where's 1Source going as an organization? What's kind of your plans in terms of your growth model?
Yeah. So right now I'm past that point of, I'm doing everything. I'm trying to, hustle to get all these proposals put in front of clients. I'm, doing all the legwork and on the day-to-day end. We've made our first hire 3 weeks ago. So now I have some help on some of the work. And now it's kind of building out what services can we provide that are value add to our clients and potential clients, to where they know that we have just a full resource for them to kind of latch onto. And one of the things that we're going to start developing is a resource library. All of the accounting systems we've worked in, all of the ERP systems we've worked in, all of the different pieces of the puzzle that have made us more successful with our clients. Putting that out in the library and making it a searchable library for our clients and for us internally. If I bring on somebody to help me with the CFO services, and they don't have as much experience of dealing with a vast array of different systems, they're able to look in there and say, hey, I've got a client that has, this need, this need, and this need. We're looking for an ERP system, and we have this library. It's all programs that we worked in that are tested, that are scalable, that we can offer our clients. And so it's all right there at their disposal. They can kind of help pick what they're looking for and where they're looking to go. So it's building out that resource library, becoming more remote and I guess more accessible to a bigger geographic area. Right now, I really focus on Acadiana. I know I love the area. I love helping businesses that are here. I love the face-to-face, but I know the scalability for us is reaching out geographically. I have a handful of clients in Baton Rouge, here in Acadiana, a little bit north, like up to Opelousas. But where can we reach outside of that? How can we be a fully remote system to where we have people in Florida calling us because they've seen good reviews and they want what we're offering? How companies in California? How can we reach out to those guys and be a resource like we are to companies here locally?
I think that's a benefit to specifically what you were talking about there of the expertise. And you're not if you hire somebody in-house for your own business, they kind of learn your programs and your processes, so you can really kind of utilize your expertise and the way you're able to touch all those different programs that other companies may be using and say, well, man, it might be a good idea for y'all to go to this program. Just gives you a lot more knowledge just for you to give advisement to your clients.
Right.
What are some of your clients saying about using you? I mean, this is kind of not really a new concept, so to speak,
right,
but it seems to be kind of a unique niche that y'all have that you're able to customize. So kind of what are some clients saying about y'all services?
I think they've come across companies. A lot of them have worked with these remote bookkeeping companies where they just offer bookkeeping services, and nothing against those companies, but they're not providing that that scalable kind of consulting that we're doing. They're not trying to help build a company to reach that next level and to, get that second location or to, expand their facility, to start integrating with different functions of the business. They're thankful that, we're invested in their future. Like I tell my clients, my goal is to not be your bookkeeping arm for 5 years. That's not what we want to do. We're happy to help anybody.
Right.
But our goal is to help you grow and to start to build out a bookkeeping team and start to build out like the accounting process, document it, get it refined. And then as you grow, we're there to hand it off to your in-house employees. We want to hand this off to in-house people because we want you to grow. We want to be a part of that growth. We want to be there on the higher level still. But you're going to start to develop things that are going to need an in-house person that's there to handle things day to day, because it doesn't make sense for us to fill a full-time role, right? And they're thankful that we're there for that. I had a client. We meet once a week for about an hour and a half or so. Before they came in, it's getting to the point where they need to start looking at an ERP system that's going to, help them scale their processes. And I took a whiteboard and I wrote all 10 different applications or 10 different things that they use day to day to handle, scheduling, communication with employees, to handle communication with clients, billing, you name it. They had 10 different apps for 10 different things that they do in their business. And it's, what can we do to bring all that into one? How can we handle our fleet management, our scheduling, and our employee communication all in the same system? And that's a lot of stuff that a lot of other companies aren't providing. And they're just, they're thankful that we have that forethought to, reach out with those kind of things, start those conversations instead of them come to us where they probably needed it 6 months ago. And they're trying to figure out, what to do and try to rush to get it all integrated into their day to day.
Yeah, that's great information, because so many people will pay tens of thousands of dollars for business coaching,
right,
for that type of information, or they're just left on their own to do research and Google something, and but to see it in from someone who has not only had practical experience but also works with other companies in different industries, you really get a feel to speak to it from that level. Besides that, all the actual services you provide, which I would assume is probably more cost effective than if you had to go hire somebody. And so have you found that your clients find, hey man, I'm actually saving money, but getting superior service?
Yeah, and that's kind of our pitch to companies is, you can bring in that one person that can, touch on, this one area that they're really good at, but then kind of, spot in other places where maybe they don't have, a lot of experience or a lot of skill. And we're bringing high level skill to every area we touch, on the payroll side, on the HR side, CFO side, even the bookkeeping side. We're gonna have the best bookkeepers on staff that are able to not only do the work, but help develop a process behind the work and help scale that process out to where now, instead of us just billing, 10 clients a week with the same amount of time and the processes that we're putting in, we can bill 100 clients a week, and it's no additional charge.
Well, think about the learning curves, you had building your own business. If you had that on the early days, time is money when you're trying to scale and build, and
right,
all those processes that are already built out, man. That's
and I think as business owners too, it's one of those things where I have a saying, and I think it applies to your industry as well, but it's hey, let us handle what we're good at and you go do what you're good at.
Yeah.
And the business owners get so bogged down sometimes into the just day-to-day business operations that you're not necessarily thinking about growing your company. So to be able to have somebody that not only can do a task, but is actually forward thinking and helping you develop those processes and think about, hey, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And having those conversations, that's what you're going to get from a personal company here in the area, not from those outsourced companies that they can do the tasks all day long, but they're not necessarily being forward thinking on your business process.
Right. Yeah, no, they want to grow. Their goal is to not be what they are right now 5 years from now. But they maybe don't have the funding or don't really have the want to bring on somebody in house. And I think we're a great option for them. I think we're a great option for companies up to 30 employees, where maybe they have one in-house person that's handling the day-to-day payables and receivables, and then we can focus on the higher level stuff. We can focus on getting payroll processed, getting payroll efficient, the human resources side, getting all that built out. Planning, budgeting, forecasting, talking about what's next, looking into ERP systems that are going to help you scale that. So in 2 years from down the road, you still have that one person in house handling everything, and you've grown 3 times over.
And I think there's other factors too to consider. In terms of payroll, you got taxes you got to pay. You got the hiring process. If it doesn't work out, you got the firing process. All this stuff is very, very expensive, and even the way sometimes you can write off services that you are outsourcing like that have an impact to your business. So there's a lot of reasons why I think companies consider this and should give you a call. So let me ask you a question. If somebody wanted to find you, reach out to you on social media, what are some of the ways they can reach out to you guys?
Yeah. So my email, tyler@1sbsllc.com. Our website is 1sourcebusinesssolutions.com. You can reach out on Facebook, 1Source Business Solutions, LinkedIn. We have 1Source Business Solutions. Give me a call. My number is 337-717-9923. I'm the guy answering. I'm the guy that's going to be asking all the questions, providing, all the proposals and everything. Give me a call. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to just kind of, find ideas to help you guys. Even if somebody calls me and maybe I'm not what they need, on a full support basis. We've done projects where we've done ERP system implementation, integrations. We've, fixed ERP systems that companies have had in place for 10 years. And they just, the flows aren't there for them. It's whacked. He's throwing their inventory out of whack and everything. And so we go and we can do the consulting on that end too. We know whatever it is, even if it's looking for a CPA and needing some referrals on that, we've got a referral base that we're able to, kind of point you to that are great with different types of companies in different industries.
Yeah. Well, you're a young company with a lot of experience. That's what I love about it. So you bring all your experiences from the corporate world and where you have seen the scale, you've seen where it needs to go. So you bring that business acumen to it. And hey, a new bulb burns brightest, right? You guys are passionate about serving your clients and the community. And Tyler, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I have a feeling you guys are going to be very successful in Acadiana and help a lot of people. Paul?
Yeah, and if anybody wants to get in touch with him, if they didn't get all his details, you can comment on this video. We'll make sure he gets that information.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thanks for letting me talk about the company. I love talking about what we do. I love talking about how we can help small businesses grow. We're really passionate about it. We have high expectations for ourselves. I really appreciate the compliments that you guys provided. And yeah, anybody ever needs anything, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Sounds good.
Have a great day.
Bye.